Hi, guys. Thanks for subscribing. And if you just happen to find me from scrolling around and you like what we do here, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and help me out. I'm a little discombobulated here because I'm on vacation. So all my equipment is like hotel room stuff. But there's so much going on and some things that are pretty shocking. So I'm not taking too much time off. I want to read you something. And some of you may know this story. There was this in the last days of the war in 1945. Gestapo leaders, Nazi soldiers, and socialites. They would have big dinner dances, ballroom, balls and everything, and they were the big socialites. And the thing that they liked to do for fun was go out to um, where the Jewish prisoners were, the concentration camps, and some were working on that, and they would shoot them and kill them for sport. Um, this is a well-known story, but this is what you did: you drink, you party, you dance, you go out, you shoot some prisoners, and then the other prisoners that were there, they would have to then dig the graves and bury the bodies of the ones that these happy-go-lucky socialites and people murdered. The prisoners were so dehumanized that it was like going out and shooting deer for sport. And they would do it at night and it's not like these people were running and then you run through the forest and hunt them. They just shot them for sport and killed them. And this was a socialite that was well regarded, and she had racing horses. It was about as sickening as it can get. So anyway, I think that we are in a similar situation right now. And I say this, I'm looking for her name here. I'm reading this story, but it's a story that we all know. It's when so those who were unable to work, okay, so they were stripped naked and shot by drunken guests, while those who remained alive were then told to bury the dead before also being gunned down. This was literally the entertainment at parties. So the socialite became Countess Bethany in 1933 after marrying Count Ivan I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, Batthyany, after marrying Count Ivan Bethany of Hungary, rescuing him from bankruptcy. And she went on to still be a worldwide socialite, okay? Now, the reason I'm pointing this out is obviously this is horrifying. When you dehumanize people to that point where this becomes okay for party guests to do, because they look around like, wow, it's just these Jewish prisoners, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because we now know about alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades that Trump is so proud of, or as some people are calling it, alligator Auschwitz, which I think is more appropriate, frankly. Dehumanizing people in a place where the human beings that will be placed, just undocumented migrants and some U.S. citizens that Trump just doesn't like, that he's decided are bad people. He's announced that he will do that. So it could be me. He doesn't like me. But first and foremost, they want to get rid of all brown people, and they are dehumanizing them. They are putting out memes. The White House is bragging and saying they're looking forward to it. They put ICE agent caps on top of alligators. It's coming. This is the official communications from the President of the United States, the White House, our White House. And then you have one of Trump's top and closest advisors. This is frightening. Lara Loomer, who is evil and nuts. And she is saying alligator lives matter. The good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now, because Republicans against Trump put out something saying there are 65 million Latinos in the U.S. and MAGA wants them all. So Lara Loomer, obviously speaking basically on behalf of Trump, is saying not just undocumented people, we are talking about 65 million Latinos, legal or not legal, whatever the status. You starting to understand this? It looks like it's a small move over. They're saying that they're joking around and dehumanizing people, people of Latino heritage who are in the United States legally or undocumented. And Lara Loomer, on behalf of Trump and all the MAGA evil people, these Nazis, are dehumanizing them. I think this is not that far away from the story that I just told you about the socialite during the Holocaust as entertainment for her guests at the balls and the dinner parties. They'd go out drinking and happy and laughing, and look, let's just shoot one of these Jewish prisoners. I don't think that's a stretch to say these are two similar situations. This is where we are. I don't have an answer for it except to make sure that we at least are all aware of it. You know, I've gone in this space before, as you know, and obviously I can't have anything to do with MAGA. This isn't 2016. This is 2025, where this stuff is now what they have kind of boiled the frog slowly so that MAGA, people who supported Trump 2016, now they support this. And I've been hard on people who still have MAGA in their life saying, well, we have to be tolerant of different political views. We are no longer talking about political views. We are now in a territory where if you are tolerating your MAGA friends and they think this is okay, and if they aren't aware of it, I hope you'll at least let them know. Let them know what Lara Loomer has said. Let them know what Trump is doing, what the White House is putting out there. Because, you know, there were a lot of Nazis, a lot of Germans after the war who said they didn't know. Well, they knew. A lot of people knew. A lot of people are going to claim they didn't know. They didn't have social media back then. They claimed they didn't know what was going on behind the gates of the concentration camps. Well, there was a reason why most of them were not actually in Germany. Hitler, I mean, a little Freudian slip there, huh? Hitler was doing this mostly in other countries. That's why Trump is doing this in the Everglades, Guantanamo, you know, places like that. The Florida Everglades are one of the most dangerous places, certainly in this country. The first hurricane that comes is going to probably kill all, if not most, of the prisoners. And I think that's what he wants. That will be the equivalent of the gas chambers. This is not hyperbole anymore. People who are experts on the Holocaust or who survived it said, we are not heading into the territory. We are there. And we don't have any government entity, of course, coming in to save us. So I reiterate this a lot. It is up to each of us in our own lives to do what we can. You can't say, well, who am I? I'm just a regular citizen. I hate Trump, but, you know, what can I do? You do it in your own life with the people in your life. So if you still have MAGA friends and family, you let them know what alligator Auschwitz is, and that the heat conditions, these are barrack type things built in these tents in 100-degree heat. And they're in the Everglades where you can't get to them. If there is a hurricane, these people will die. If they try to escape, the big joke is the alligators and the snakes will get them. Just the fact that Trump is laughing about the alligators should scare the heck out of us all. They think this is funny. So again, this isn't too far off from shooting Jewish prisoners during the Holocaust for sport, when in response to Republicans against Trump noting that there are 65 million Latinos in the US and MAGA wants them all gone. And Lara Loomer, alligator lives matter. The good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now. I mean, I don't know what else we can say about this. If you tolerate this, or if you tolerate people in your lives who still support Trump and are MAGA after this, I mean, this is going to be harder than I think any of us thought it was going to be. We all have to be soldiers in this fight. Again, this isn't the fight we chose. We didn't choose this, but it's the fight we're in. And at this stage, we all have to be in it. There's kind of no excuse not to be. I don't think I'm wrong on this. I don't think that I'm being too hard. I don't think this is hyperbole. If you think otherwise, please let me know in the comments. Thanks.